Alright guys, so we're out here at the FBI compound right now, and Pete Santilli and Deb, he's getting ready to go here.
Right now I'm contacting the,
so there's been time traveler. So this is what we got going on here, guys, and we're just standing here protesting, not doing anything wrong. No one has any weapons at all. It's very peaceful. The officers are actually waving to people. Hang on.
Yeah, I know they're going to come and run me off.
Uh-oh.
No.
You're good.
Yeah. Hey, come over here.
There we go. Don't tread on me. Orange hat man. See, you guys, he wasn't arrested.
No, not me.
He's here.
I don't give him freebies. Right now, I'm actually on the phone.
You guys better get out of the way because I'm getting ready to run.
Hello.
David Ward's presence here. He's not here at 2 o'clock. But I want to speak with the constitutional sheriff, who is, and this is what the public needs to know. The constitutional sheriff, okay, he's sheriff in the county, the highest law enforcement official in that county. Okay? That's who I want to talk to. These guys here at the front gate, I said, be constitutional. You know what he said? He said, oh, you better not give me a threat. And I said, really? That's a threat, huh? I said, be constitutional. He said, don't threaten me. That's what he said. So now I'm going to say that the people that I'm about to interact with, this thunderhead filled with freaking testosterone and steroids, now considers my demanding constitutionality to be a threat. So I need intervention, but definitely need intervention right now by a constitutional sheriff. How many of you are here from the local community? Raise your hand. No? I'm not going to put you on screen here. But...
Prineville. Mount Airy County.
Just know that among you, of course, we're here lawfully and constitutionally. We're protected under the First Amendment, okay? We are protected. This is a peaceful rally. Yes, ma'am. Oh, this is Pete Santilli. How are you? Okay. Here's the deal. I'm trying to conduct a peaceful protest in the county. I need a Harney County sheriff to come here and address. Right now, I have a safety concern. I have an FBI, a federal agent, who, when I said be constitutional, he said don't threaten me. Now we have somebody who has immediately opened up in an adversarial position, and he's got a gun on his chest. None of us are armed. I have a safety concern, and I want a constitutional sheriff to come here. If you want to abandon me, I want you to contact Sheriff Gillespie. Ask him how that worked out.
Hey, Pete.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm just passing on the message that I got.
Okay, pass on the message.
And I let them know everything that you
Okay. Here's the. Please pass this message. If I don't have a constitutional sheriff here, and we have I'm citing a safety concern right now. If I'm injured, harmed, then a new sign's going to go up after I'm injured. I'm going to change this place to Peteville. Okay.
Double to me, sir.
Yeah. And anyone that is harmed right now, I need a sheriff here. And you're not rolling a sheriff. I have a guy that says that he feels threatened by my saying be constitutional. So are you saying that you're not going to?
understand, but the people that I passed the message on to are in contact with the people that are out there as well, so they're well aware of what's going on.
Okay, can I get a Harney County sheriff here? Yes or no?
I passed the information on to them.
Okay, I have you on a live stream right now, and I'm documenting this for all of our safety. Are you going to send a Harney County sheriff here to this dirt where I'm standing? Yes or no?
I passed the information on to the people.
You need to put me in touch with your supervisor right now, because there's a liability issue. We're about to own your town if something happens. All of us.
Okay, well, hang on for just a second. I'll respond
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm citing for all of our safety, we need a constitutional sheriff here to intervene, because this thunderhead up here, when I said be constitutional, he said don't threaten me. He feels threatened. I don't feel comfortable approaching him without a sheriff to step in and intervene for our safety and protection. We are protected constitutionally. I want no guns anywhere near this place. We didn't, and I specifically said that, didn't I? Right? I said come here peacefully. Huh?
We have sheriffs right here.
We do, but we need a Harney County sheriff. We do, and I not to disrespect these gentlemen. Yes,
These are lawless police right here.
You keep saying that. You keep saying that. Here's the definition of insanity, saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, so what is your name?
Hello. This is dispatch.
Dispatch. What, do you have an operator number or a number that I can reference for the purposes of documenting this call? Hello? I do business with people, not positions.
Are you there?
I am. Could I get your name or your operator number?
It's just dispatch. That's how we.
I need to specifically reference your voice to your operator number. Do you have an extension that I can reference? Because I'm going to hold you personally accountable.
It's just the regular dispatch number that you call.
The regular. I don't do business with numbers.
Some other things going on now. It's
Oh.
so I need to let you go.
Okay, no. Are you going to send a constitutional sheriff here?
I let them know. Thank you.
Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Sheriff Gillespie did the same thing. He walked off the stage when Cliven Bundy, okay, asked for him to be constitutional, and guess what happened? That Sheriff Gillespie, abandoned everybody, okay? Walked away and left us at the hands of the federal government, okay?
Scary.
Scary. I bet you Daniel P. Love's over here. You want to go see him? Huh?
You have a great day.
Thank you, sir. You too.
What's that?
You won't need to do anything. We'll fix it.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I just request a sheriff in Harney County. There's something that they're really concerned about as far as putting a Harney County sheriff here. There's something that they're concerned about. Let's go down there. Hey, Deb, can you please stay close? Deb? Oh, there she is. Deb, stay close.
That was good.
They're bagging on Ken. Hashtag. Orange hashtag.
No wake out. Pop that thing it up. Right?
How's it going? How's it
Feel good, sir.
Good to see you.
Gonna go talk to him, man.
Nice.
Lost your signal? No? You ready? Here we go.
Hey, Thunderhead, come up here. Come here. Come talk to me. Come here. You guys will?
Yeah, what's your name, man?
Pete Santilli.
Oh, Pete.
You know what it
I said to this guy here, I said, be constitutional. You know what he said?
Hey, I'm John.
Hey, John. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
How are you?
likewise. Hey, what's your name?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Dallas Aaron's.
Right on.
We're
Dallas
I
Aaron's.
didn't catch your last name.
Dallas Aaron's. Nice to meet you guys.
FBI.
John. Thank you, John.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm Dustin.
John,
Schaefer.
this guy.
All right.
Yeah, John, I'm Ken. We'd like to get a donation for all this overtime you do.
Yeah.
I would like that too. We're paying you very well. You send it to Pete
As you can see,
You guys know what we're doing here, right?
Yes, sir. Is it
Peaceful. It's protest. Yeah, we're protesting.
no weapons.
We are, of course, hopefully you agree that we're protected constitutionally in that spirit. I actually called for people here from the local area to come out here, no guns or anything like that. We're concerned about public safety. As you guys know, a lot of quote-unquote rumors circulating, right? A lot of stuff has been factualized, of course. But my first concern before we go forward here, that guy, when I asked him, I literally said, just be constitutional. He said, don't threaten me. You need to go have that guy tested for steroids or whatever it is that got him so amped up to where I said be constitutional. He found that to be a threat. If I threatened him with the Constitution, I want you to take me right here now. And I'm not over sensationalizing it. You want to take me now? I did not intend to threaten anybody. This is not a threat. Okay? What I prefer to do is to speak to a sheriff here. I've requested a sheriff.
Did he show up?
He didn't show up, no.
All right.
No.
Yeah, he's not here, so.
Okay. Well, is he not here because you guys are in charge? Because this is what I've been told.
No,
Are you?
We're supporting that. We're supporting the sheriff. You know, if he needs our help,
He keeps deferring to you. He told the public that you guys are in charge of the investigation. Okay? That investigation, pardon me?
you'll have to ask him.
Hey, can y'all turn the technology off so our screen don't
somebody
go
hold
gray?
Can you hold this?
Our screen went gray on us.
Oh, really? Our jamming equipment?
Yeah, y'all jamming. Exactly. We really appreciate it.
So I wanted to get this out of the way. So basically, we have a situation here, and I understand you're providing support. Okay, we want you to stop providing support because your support covertly is more harmful to this community. All of your covert activity, your surveillance. We understand the technology that you have in your trailers could blast everybody's freaking brains right here. And if you don't believe me, I can show you the patents. Okay, we want you to stop doing that. Your psychological warfare being perpetrated upon this local population needs to stop. Are you in the chain of command? Can you stop doing that?
Well, what we'll do is we'll pass on everything you've got to say, and
to who? Loretta Lynch?
to people who are above us.
Okay.
Guys.
We want you to.
be our decision.
We want you guys to stop. I mean, it's really a reasonable request. We're Americans here. As a matter of fact, I want to encourage you guys to understand where we're coming from here. You know what we don't want? I don't know of anyone in the Patriot community, and nor would I ever associate myself with anybody that would ever want to intentionally bring harm, to intimidate, to follow you guys and do all that stuff. Huh? We don't want that. And I think they've made that really clear. The Patriots, Pacific Patriots Network, they've been out. They've been interfacing with you guys. Say, you know what? We want neutrality. We want peace and security. But this stuff still goes on. It really, really does. Whoever is doing it, whoever's calling for this covert activity, whoever is perpetrating electronic, psychological warfare on this community, stop it. Stop. Go. You know what? Can you do me a favor? You're not in the chain of command. Listen to me. Come here.
Like you say, I'm not in the chain of command.
You're not in the chain of command. You know what I want you to do then? Go freaking unplug those machines that are blasting signals out.
Machines.
We don't have any machines, right?
Is your screen working?
Is my screen working? Of course it is. You shut that thing down, you're going to be in trouble. Obviously, this is why I have a First Amendment right. A lot of people are relying upon this interaction here. It needs to be peaceful. It needs to be appropriate. Stop your covert warfare. I'd rather have you reactivate Janet Reno. Bring the tanks. At least we can see what you're doing to this community. Okay? I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to say this just like the Pacific Patriots Network said. We don't want harm to anyone, including people of law enforcement. We don't want any harm to anybody.
We feel the same way.
Okay, then go get the sheriff. Get your SUV. Let's go get the sheriff and get his ass out there and start talking to people.
You know, one thing I'd like to say is that's what we want here is a peaceful resolution of this. Nobody to get hurt. So let's put it right there.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Actually, you know what? The sheriff needs to be involved in this conversation, does he not?
That's, it's above my pay grade, but I want you to know that that's what we've got in common here.
Okay.
I think we've all gotten it in common. We don't want anybody to get hurt.
Okay,
We want a peaceful
then
resolution.
there's no reason for you guys to be here. Just pack your shit up and go.
Well, as soon as this thing's resolved, we're out.
How are you resolving it by even being here?
How are you making promises?
We're just here to maintain.
You have no power.
You're here to maintain
Peace and order. That's why we're here.
You're here to maintain peace and order?
Yes, sir.
That's kind of overly redundant, don't you think?
And
That
like I
there's.
said, one thing, we don't want to have any misconceptions about that. That's why we're here.
Yes, sir.
I agree. Can I shake your hand? We're peaceful.
Why are people being followed? I mean, I don't have a problem. You guys are following me. I've been talking to sheriffs. You guys can follow me all day long. I'm lawful. I'm constitutional. I'm 10 and 2. I go the speed limit. You can follow me. You know who I fear for? Is the people that don't even know that they're being followed. All of this surveillance and all of this stuff is so unnecessary. The people are operating in such tremendous fear.
Is that coming from the judge, or is that coming from you guys?
Well,
That's my concern.
Yeah, one thing I just want to say is that we're not here to put anybody in fear. We're good people, and we consider ourselves patriots. We're Americans, just like you guys are.
I hope so, and I've actually been trying to give you guys the benefit of the doubt.
With time and patience, that we can really resolve this thing peacefully, and that's why we're here to listen.
We
want to
can't,
pass
but
on
this-
everything you guys have got to say. We want to pass it on and let folks know.
What does he say about locals getting texts from the sheriff's department saying that it's out of control?
Oh yeah, that's right. We actually have texts. We do. I mean, here I am. Am I tattletaling at this point in time?
No, you don't have to say from who.
No, not on the person, but this is coming. I don't know where it's coming from. We're getting text because there was a person that was outside of the compound over there at the sheriff's department, big lights, and there was a text and an interchange, and they indicated, the sheriff's department indicated that the FBI is out of control. Who is controlling that compound? Who's locking that whole place down? Nobody's going to go
Why
there
would the sheriff say
and bring
that
me
if you
harm.
guys don't
Why
have
would
any
they be
authority?
blaming you guys? I'm wondering.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that again. I said I'm not privy to everything that's going on in this whole situation.
Okay.
But I'm telling you here, that what we're here for at the airport is just to maintain peace and order. We're not here to intimidate or threaten anybody. And like I said, we really do want a peaceful resolution of this. I just want to assure you of that.
Okay, then why did this thunderhead say, don't threaten me?
You know, one thing I'll do is we respect your position, and if anybody's done anything to offend you,
Offend me? No, I wasn't offended by it. I'm kind of concerned. This guy wants to. He's got an AR strapped up. I said, be constitutional. He said, don't threaten me. Can we drug test this? Let's drug test this guy, because I think he's pumped up on too much freaking unauthorized steroid use. Okay, this guy's fired up. We came here in peace. Okay, I'm a wise ass. Hey, let me ask this guy. Do you have control over getting me off the terror watch list? I was driving down the road, okay, and my local— Are you on it? my local police chief. I'm driving through Newtown, Ohio. I was on my way out here. They thought I was leaving. He ran my plates, pulls me over, okay? And anyways, long story short, I'm on the terror watch list. Why? Can I either get off of it, or can you guys just take me? You want to take me now?
One thing I'd like to say.
You want that guy to shoot me?
Where's the fellow that had the dog Abby? The fellow with the dog Abby? You know, one thing, and I think you agree with this, all of us here have a lot more in common than we have that divides us. And I think talking is the way to resolve this.
Sir, you know what? You know what I
we're all
really
Americans, we're all
genuinely want
patriots.
to, this is what I genuinely want to ask for, is that even those good patriots that are working for the FBI, the federal government, the DHS, whoever it is, to join us in this constitutional spirit. You know we're in trouble as a nation.
Well,
Okay?
you're former military.
I am. I'm with the United States Marine, absolutely.
Marine Corps myself.
Yes, sir.
And one thing I would say, we've got a lot in common here, and we can resolve this. I mean, it can be resolved peacefully, and we're all Americans. And the First Amendment that you guys are exercising,
Yes, sir.
freedom of speech, is a great way to resolve this.
Right,
peacefully and with talk.
But here, we're overt. We are openly expressing ourselves, and we'll always do that. I'm totally transparent. If you ever want to know about me, tune in to the Pete Santilli Show. If you want to know what I'm all about, and I say that not to advertise. I'm saying if you want to know what we're about, we're concerned about our country. We want you to join us in this spirit. We're in trouble. What I'm more concerned about is the covert stuff that's going on. Where's it coming from? Okay. I'm telling you right now, these people, I've heard from a very large majority of people that are very fearful about buzzing around in this town. It's coming from the judge. I was escorted out of one of his meetings, okay? This judge, we're going to dig into him. Why am I having to dig into the judge? Are you guys conducting an investigation? Can we go down and put him in cuffs if he's broken the law? I'll make a citizen's arrest. Let's do that. I want to end all of this, do it peacefully. Can we also request that you guys don't bring any harm to the good? I'm telling you this right now. I don't care what you have. These people are patriots. Yes, sir.
And I'll tell everybody, the reason I joined the FBI is to help people and to protect people and to protect lives and property, and that's why we're here. We do not want anybody to get hurt. Everybody that joins the FBI, I think in the bottom of their heart, joins because they want to help people.
Let me speak to Lon Horiushi's replacement then. Who is he? Is that Lon Horiushi's replacement?
Then why'd you join the Marine Corps? It's the same thing. You're a patriot.
Answer my question.
And I don't know anything about that situation.
Is he Lon Horiushi's replacement?
I don't know anything about that situation.
There's a history there, and I want to make sure that we don't repeat that history.
Well, and like I said, as I said from the start, we don't want anyone to get hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lon Horiushi, for those that don't know, Lon Horiushi was at Waco and Ruby Ridge, and he was the trigger man. that put a bullet, and this is what we don't want. We don't want another Waco. We don't want any harm to anyone. We don't want any harm to your guys, to nobody. These guys are trespassers. I don't believe that they deserve to be shot. If I say be constitutional, I don't want this thunderhead. Dude, if you want to shoot me, put it right here. Here's your opportunity. Right here. You want to do it? I said be constitutional.
Right? Yeah, I said, let's go back to what we've got in common. And let's talk about.
I'm very skilled. I'm very skilled in understanding what you're trying to do here. I just want you to also understand that the U.S. Constitution. I think if we can agree on this, okay? The U.S. Constitution is non-negotiable.
Well, like I said, I respect your position, and I honor.
You said we share something in common.
That's right.
There's only one thing that I care about: is the U.S. Constitution negotiable?
And we take an oath to defend the Constitution as an FBI agent.
Yes, sir.
So.
Right, taking an oath. I took an oath. I didn't read the Constitution. You know that, right? As do most law enforcement people, from cover to cover. I didn't do it until later on in life.
And you swore to it when you joined the Marine Corps.
I swore to it and I didn't fully understand. And the reason why I'm here, and I'm so protective, especially of the men and women that are in the service right now, people in law enforcement who have sworn an oath and don't fully understand what that means. You understand what that means now, that oath. I'm going to ask you a question, and it should be very easy to answer. Is the U.S. Constitution to you guys negotiable?
I follow the Constitution.
Okay. Do you believe that we can negotiate anything in the U.S. Constitution from front to back?
I follow the Constitution. Now, I'm not a constitutional lawyer by no means.
Okay.
In fact, you may be more educated than I am, so
okay,
I'll hear what you got to say.
As it relates to these land issues, let me tell you this: the good men and women, they are truly. I'm telling you this right now. If you met them, you guys haven't even been out there. If you met them, your surveillance cameras are going to give you this indication. These are truly some of our greatest patriots in the United States of America. Oh yes, absolutely. And they will never ever fire a shot, period. They will strictly defensively. The whole guns thing is gone. Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph 17. Do you understand that portion at least of the Constitution as it relates to the land issues here? Do you understand it?
Well, one thing I'll say about the Constitution is...
The answer is yes or no.
It gives us all the ability to disagree. Nobody owns the Constitution. It's all of our Constitution.
Right, but the land ownership is very specific. The U.S. government cannot own the land.
I know nothing about that.
Here, you want me to show it to you?
What I'm saying is, I don't know anything about the situation that you're talking about with the land.
This is what it's about. This is what it's about right here. And if everyone is miseducated, okay, uneducated about it, then that's the first discussion that needs to take place. Okay? There's no raids or anything like that. These guys actually will have you come over, break bread, sit down, and open it up. Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph 17. It's black and white. The U.S. government can only own land in the 10 square miles, right, of Washington, D.C. Outside of that, requires the approval of Congress, the state legislature, and only for forts, ports, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings.
Well, one thing I would say, you telling me at this level, maybe is that something,
If you don't know this, if you don't know this, okay, then this thunderhead over here is going to shoot somebody, not knowing that the other person just read Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph. How about if we all read that together, and then we don't need to shoot anyone?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea.
Welcome me. I'm not worried about me. I'm not going to shoot you.
You can read it to me.
You're going to shoot us. Yeah. Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph 17. To exercise exclusive legislation in all cases whatsoever over such district, okay, not exceeding 10 square miles, as may be cession of particular states, okay, and the acceptance of Congress, okay, that means the state legislature and Congress must approve it as far as the ownership of land, all right, become the seat of the government of the United States, and the exercise like authority over all places purchased by consent of the legislature of the state in which the same shall be. For, listen to this.
Here comes a judge.
For the erection of, specific purposes outside of the 10 square miles, for the erection of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings. Federal courthouses, post offices. Outside of that, the federal government doesn't own land.
Hey, Judge, can you come over here? Judge?
You want me to resolve this? You're a reasonable man.
Judge.
You want me to settle this right now?
Judge, can you get in here, please, Judge?
Well, let's turn this land over to the deed holder. Let's give it to the deed holder. Who's the deed holder? Is it the U.S. government? It's been obtained unconstitutionally. We can prove that right here. Okay? This is what it's all about. There is no desire whatsoever to shoot anyone. There is the desire to you know, if guns are sexy in their own self-defense, we have a Second Amendment right, correct? Right?
Yep.
We do. To keep and bear arms. For their protection, they did that. They made it sexy in the public forum, but of course, 30 miles out, nobody's going to get harmed. Those guns are set aside. And you know what? This is the discussion we need to have. We can resolve this right now, okay? If you sit down with them, they'll turn the land over. Give the land. Let's give the land to the rightful deed owner, right? What do you think of that?
I think you guys have made a great record of this, and this will be seen by people who have the ability to make those decisions to go out and resolve this. And like I said, our purpose here is just to stand by for peace and safety.
Let me ask you this.
But we're not in a position to make those kinds of decisions at this
Let me
place.
ask you this. Are you covertly harassing, surveilling, monitoring, and even electronically? Are you doing that out of this trailer?
I don't know anything about that.
You don't? Can we go find out? You want me to go in there with you?
This is private property, so you can't go on this land.
How come it says U.S. government property, no
That's what I mean,
trespass?
it's government property. It's government? Yeah, you guys are more than happy to sit here and, and protest, but you can't enter the property.
Are you receiving information on your antennas, or are you actually broadcasting electronic information that's harmful to the public?
I'm not in a position that I'm not authorized to talk about anything to do with
Right, it's top
investigation
secret.
or anything like that.
This is what I want you to do. I want you to tell Loretta Lynch and Barack Obama that you need to stop doing your electronic warfare, okay? It's inhumane what you've done. I already know this. By the way, I was in the military. I have a lot of people, good patriots like yourself, that have disclosed a lot of things, okay? You guys are projecting electronics into the populace. I can show you Pentagon briefings, something called FunVac, using spraying to change the minds of the jihadists, to get them to sway away from radical Islam. They're employing it here in the United States of America. Do you know about that?
I don't.
You don't? Can you find out and come back here and tell us whether or not you're going to stop it?
Well, one thing, like I said, with the record that you guys are making of this, I'm sure that the people who need to know will see this.
The record right here is what we're talking about here. We have a Bill of Rights. Humanity has certain protections put in place, and we, with absolute determination, are coming here to tell you, stop it. Stop doing your freaking job. Stop perpetrating psychological warfare on the American people. Please stop that. If you're given a command to fire upon a patriot out there because they want to take a stand on the U.S. Constitution, disobey that order. Tell your boss, whoever it is that gives you that order, you know what, I'm not going to do that. These are good people. I've sworn an oath to defend and support the Constitution. Okay? Please do that. In favor of the people, in favor of the U.S. Constitution, stand down. Okay? Unplug. Dude, where's the other knucklehead that says he's not in charge? Hold on one second. You know what? Go kick the whatever trailer's putting out those frequencies. Go unplug it. Say this is wrong. I'm going to shut this thing down. I'm sick and tired of it. Do it covertly. Send your special operators in, so that nobody will be detected.
I've got something for him. It's a copy of the U.S. Constitution for your pocket.
Thank you. I'll stick
It's
it right.
a good read.
I'll put it in my pocket. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Can I get your card?
Semper Fi.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, we really do respect your position in coming out here, and again, at this place, we're here to protect order and maintain safety, public safety, and the decisions aren't made at this place here. So
right, that's our problem.
And that's
our problem. Cut off communications to the really bad people that want these guys dead.
But if somebody gives you an immoral order, you have an obligation to disobey an immoral order.
Disobey it. I mean, we're sincerely asking you for that, because I'll tell you what, especially if you haven't gone and looked these guys in the beady eyes, if you haven't done that, I suggest you do so immediately.
What's the beady eyes?
The beady eyes.
Oh, beady eyes.
In the beady, look them in the beady, connect with them, understand what's at issue. Because this guy's ready to freaking just start spraying. You know what I mean? I said, be constitutional. He said, don't you threaten me. I don't want that type of adversarial relationship with, let's find out who the good patriots are. That guy's not.
The Constitution is not a threat. It's a law.
But you know what? The message I'm going to put out on my show very responsibly. I'm going to appeal to the good patriots on the inside. Okay? And I'm just going to ask you, let's all do the right thing, all of us. There's men and women in there. One lady had her children taken away. The FBI's involved in that. She was in there serving soup, dude. You're taking her kids. What's that all about? CPS is involved. The FBI's involved. People are being threatened not to say anything.
They're cleaning the place.
We live in the United States of America, guys. Come on, you know what I'm saying. You don't even need to respond to it because we're in front of the cameras. Just hear me.
What about the FBI threatening the Hammonds?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
They were. Frank Papagni, the FBI, this should not be taking place in the United States of America. Do you agree with that?
It needs to be investigated.
Do you agree that that should not be taking place in the United States of America?
And one thing I would agree on, and I think, and what's
The answer is
happened so
yes or
far
no.
is nobody's
You know what?
nobody's been
Seriously,
hurt.
I was in corporate
And
America.
we can talk. Like I said, we can all disagree.
It's a yes or no question. Don't you agree that threatening and intimidation by the FBI upon any other human being, especially the elderly people that have been given the death sentence, that should not be taking place in the United States of America? The answer is yes or no.
Well, I wouldn't. I would agree that that shouldn't happen, but I would not going to agree that the FBI has been doing that. Does that make sense?
Okay. So maybe you're not aware.
I'm not aware.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's a fair answer. It's happening. That's why people are getting upset. This thing is
Investigation
escalating.
will help us all
For months, guys, I don't know if you know this, for months, take note of this. We've literally exhausted, I've been personally involved in researching for months in advance. I contacted Frank Papagni, the U.S. Attorney's Office. I told the sheriff, push the pause button, there's too many anomalies. The FBI should have been in there saying, you know what, something's wrong here. People need to go to freaking jail. Based on what I saw, you guys are doing nothing. This entire thing escalated because Papagni wanted to, prosecutorial misconduct. You guys should have that guy in cuffs. Can we go arrest that mother effer right now? Can we, all of us, sheriff, FBI, arrest Papagni? We've known about prosecutorial misconduct for months, begging them, don't take these people to jail. Push the pause button, let's have full public hearings. This thing has escalated.
Can I give you that to read?
This thing has
your main point, right?
this literally, one of my main points.
It's an excellent
Absolutely. One of the reasons why it has escalated. The redress of grievances, not responded to. The issues about the anomalies in the case, not responded to. Nobody's investigating. What is our final, what are we the people to do as a final course of action? Do something pretty radical, like taking over a bird sanctuary and getting the libtards pissed off, right? Point made, right? Now we have a discussion. Now who's going to be held to account? When are you guys going to start investigating on behalf of the Hammonds? They should not be in jail. Have you guys conducted an investigation, yes or no?
That is your main point, right?
Let me talk for a second. Hold on one second. Huh?
Sure.
That is, have you guys conducted an investigation on Frank Papagni?
Like I said, the reason I'm here is basically we're here to protect order. We're not involved in that investigation at all.
We have, that's actually doubling. You know what, tell the judge, I mean, that's really a wasted expense.
But again, like
we have people here to establish law and order, our local county sheriffs, and we don't need you guys establishing law and order. I don't feel safer with you guys here, to tell you the truth.
Is, like I said, we've been here to listen to you, and all your grievances and everything that you've had to say will be seen by people above me who have those abilities to make decisions.
All right then, let's do this. For the purposes of documentation, how many of you guys believe that the county sheriff, as far as law and order and public safety, the county sheriff can do that job? How many of you believe that?
That's their job.
Okay. How many of you believe that the FBI right here is causing more fear in your hearts and soul and you feel less safe?
Speak up.
How many of you? How many of you here want a sheriff to come here as the highest law enforcement authority in this county and ask these guys to leave for public safety reasons?
Here.
How many of you see a county sheriff here in the local area? And this is no disrespect to you guys. We don't need you. You know, it's a wasted, you guys don't need to be here. You can probably do your satellites.
Actually, history proves that when the FBI is anywhere on the scene, bad things happen.
Especially with the special operators that are doing bad things,
Yeah, like I said, all of your concerns will be passed on to people, like I said, who are above us, who have those abilities to make
Sir, I'm concerned, this is what I'm concerned about. I'm actually wanting and appreciate a conversation with you directly as a frontline guy. I want us to come together and turn